You already know the vibes. We about to get right into it. This is part 3. So well, part 2C, part 3, whatever. But before we get into it, definitely just needed to extra. You know, if you need any cars, loans to get approved for any of that, you already know the whole CPN little thing. Make sure y'all get at me at Second Chance Approvals by Ming. That's it, and that's all now. Let's get back into the video. I got this one situation where like it's this boy that like I used to talk to or whatever. Like I used to talk to him a long time ago and shit, and like we started like basically I broke down the whole situation, and like I like we used to talk, but like now we don't talk. Like we basically whatever you want. Like now, like we just be fucking type shit. Like that's my dog. Like we locked in. Like I fuck with him heavy. Like I love him. Like da 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 da. We just don't got the same situation we had before. Like it's just like a, you know, a little that. Like, and I was telling him, I'm like, I'm not fucking nobody else. So I was like, I don't really fuck with nobody. So I was like, I don't fuck with nobody from my past or whatever. So it's like he the only person that like I'm still locked in with. So it's like if I ever feel like I need it, like I need to get off, like that's who I'm calling type shit. So he know about the whole situation. I'm like, that's the one person I be doubling. People keep making me lose my train of thought. It's so irritating, yo. That's really why I can't get through this video. I've been having distraction over distraction over distraction. People can't stop calling me. Kids, like it's just too much going on. But anyway, so long story short, I ended up breaking down their whole situation down to him. Like, yeah, like I just got this one nigga I be doubling back to pretty much. So we're gonna fast forward to March. I mean not March, to when he had came to see me, when he came here to see me or whatever. So basically he's going through my phone. He's going through my Instagram and shit, like, oh, you know this person, you know this person, this person, this person, this person. And I'm telling him no. Like, oh no, I just follow him. I don't really know him. I just follow him. Da da da. Like I'm just like he's going through every nigga that he see that he think I got. It's like if he see me following somebody that he personally know, I don't know him. Like, yeah, that's not playing with me. I put both of y'all there. I put that nigga down. Da da da. Like he'll always say some shit like that, and it's like, boy, calm down. Like you gotta calm down. So long story short, he was doing that or whatever. So he doing it. He just going through people. He going through all our mutual followers or whatever. Like the 4th person that he went to, guess who fucking page he go to? Guess who fucking page he click on saying, you know him? Just guess. Just take a wild ass fucking guess. Just with the type of like I be telling you I have. Just take a wild ass guess as to whose fucking page he was on. Low key. So this nigga that I just was venting to you about, telling you about, you just so happy to go to this nigga's fucking page. Y'all mutual followers, come to find out y'all actually know each other and all this other shit. And they don't talk on a daily basis or nothing like that, but they definitely like from the same, yeah. So not same block, but area, yeah. So he asked me that, right? So he like, and I'm like, mind you, he's sitting on the couch. And I'm like sitting on the couch too, but I'm like looking like, as soon as he started typing his name, and I'm like, I know he not about to type in who the fuck I think he about to type in. He types in his name or whatever. So I'm like, I got the IES face on, yo. I was so fucking sorry. So sorry, y'all. I'm looking at my phone because I'm like, I'm scrolling up. Like, I'm scrolling up the messages because I just lost the messages again. So he ends up on low-key page. So I'm like sorry as shit. Because here it is. I got this boy who I love a lot, who I've been dealing with or whatever. Like, I don't really care. Like, I don't really care about other niggas how I care about him type shit. Then I got this new nigga who's new. So it's like, I like him a lot. Like, and I like him. Like, even though he weird and do be having little lies and stuff with him, but it's like, I like him. It's like, it don't take nothing. What people be saying, y'all know I fall in love. They be like, y'all know I fall in love in one business day. Like, and when y'all talking and y'all locked in and this nigga keep calling your phone and shit like that, y'all know that honeymoon phase type shit. So I'm like, damn. So he asking me that I know him or whatever. Now y'all could tell me what I should have did on this part, but just me being who I am, like, I don't like to lie, especially I don't like to lie. I don't like to come into situations lying. Like, I feel like if we start in something and we go and do something, we try and build something, I want to start off with honesty. Like, what the fuck I about to lie to? Like, I don't know. I just don't. But sometimes it's like I probably be keeping it too real. Hence, what the fuck I just told you. Like, if a nigga asked me when the last time I had sex, I can tell him last night. Like, sometimes I probably keep it a little too real with these niggas, like, cause they don't be doing it. But long story short, he ended up asking me, he like, you know him? And I'm like, yeah, I know him. So he like, how you know him? I'm like, I couldn't really get the words out, and it's like I didn't want to say it right then and there. So what I said was, I said some boy that I call my brother, that's his cousin. That's all I said, which is true. I said some boy that I call my brother is his cousin or whatever. I was like, I forgot how I said it. Basically, like, some boy that I call my brother, that's his cousin. He had me three with him and just some shit I said, but it was true because I just told you, like, it was true. So I'm like, okay. I left it at that though. So now I'm texting my mom and my friend. I could probably show y'all the messages too. I'm texting my mom and my friend, like, and I probably was calling them, like, on the phone with them, like, yo, like, this nigga just pulled up low-key page. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I should tell him or not. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I should tell him, like, this is the whole, like, nigga, I literally just vented to you about this situation, how I got this one nigga who I be doubling back to, and it just so happened this is the nigga that you pulled. So he knows the whole situation, how I used to deal with him, then we stopped, then we started fucking with each other again, then we started doubling back to, like, all this shit. He knows everything because I went into detail with him, and it just so happened you pulled up the same nigga page. Now, y'all, let me just tell you how, I ain't even gonna tell you how fucked up my luck is. Just know, I don't fuck with that many niggas. Like, I told y'all I fucked with it up until I started dealing with this nigga. My body count was on one hand, and then it was him. So y'all do the math. But I'm saying all of that to say, I don't understand how somebody cannot seriously fuck with that many niggas, but yet my world always seems real small when it comes to these niggas. Not always, but something similar happened. It's like Philly is just so fucking small, and something similar happened to me before, but it wasn't like this, but it was like it was kind of like it wasn't like this, like it wasn't this deep. It was okay, well, that's just another story for another day. But yeah, like, long story short, it's like I don't understand how somebody who not even out here, who don't even fuck with that many niggas, don't even deal with that many niggas, there's always some bullshit. It's always some bullshit. Like, it's weird. So when he told me that, I'm like, oh shit. So that's all I told him. So I called my mom, I called my friend, and I'm like basically asking him, like, should I tell him? I'm like debating on telling him or not, like telling him like the whole truth. Like, damn, like the nigga I was telling you about, this him. Like, so basically I was going back and forth debating about that all day, because I'm like, damn, like, I don't know. So let me get back to the story. So long story short, we went through that. I had told him that little tidbit of how I knew him or whatever, and that was that. So we chilling or whatever. My juice early as shit in the morning, like we just chilling and shit, watching TV. Of course he wanna go down. Of course he wanna eat my pussy. So he did that about another 4 or 5 times. And just him sitting here, that one time he did it again like 4 or 5 times. Like, he just loved doing it. Like, cause he used to say a bunch of crazy stuff, but he just loved doing that shit. But like, so he did that or whatever, and we still was chilling. He was here, I don't even know when he left, honestly. I feel like he was here all day that day. I honestly feel like he was probably here all day that day, because let's say we didn't even start texting again until 4 o'clock in the morning. So I feel like he was here, because he'll do that. Like, he'll come, it was a couple times when he would come early in the morning and won't leave until like late the next morning, especially because around this time that we was fucking with each other, it was Ramadan. So he would leave at the time that he's supposed to go do what is called Fajr or whatever. He would leave at the time that he's supposed to go do that. So he'll like leave and like go to the masjid in the middle of the night, or like go get ready for like fasting and stuff like that. So it's like he'll stay with me all day or whatever. And yeah, so long story short, you know, he did that. We was chilling and stuff like that. He was here all day. He ended up leaving. So when he ended up leaving, I'm calling my mom and my friend. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I feel bad a little bit. Like, even though I should, when y'all going to see why I shouldn't have never felt bad about nothing. But I'm like, I feel bad. I'm like, because I really like him. Like, I really like him, but it's like, I love the shit out of low-key. Like, ain't no nigga ever coming before him type shit. Like, that's my dog. Like, so it's like, but I'm like, I still feel like I should be honest with him and tell him that, because I don't want to start it off with no lies. The next thing you know, what if, because I don't know the dynamic of their relationship. I just know that they know each other. Like, they cool type shit. Not like a locked in, like they tight as shit type shit, but they cool, like they cool. So, and they got a lot of mutuals. So yeah, they would be around each other, shit like that. So, long story short, I'm just debating with that, going back and forth, battling with that all day. Like, I don't know if I should, if I shouldn't, because I'm like, they basically like, if you don't tell him it, like, well, no, I don't even think they said this. I think I was saying it to myself, like, basically, if I don't tell him, I feel like that's going to come back and bite me in the ass, because it ain't no telling if or when he's going to be around this nigga. The next thing you know, like you just don't know. Like, you just don't know. So I'm like, damn, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't want to tell him, because I feel like that's going to probably fuck everything up. Like, I'm just, you know, starting off this little situation. Like, I don't want to really fuck it up. I'm like, but at the same time, I don't want to fuck it up by not saying nothing either. Like, it's not like I knew, or that he, I don't know, but it's like, it's really was the fact that this nigga really pulled up his page and showed it to me. So for me to basically break down this whole doubling back situation to you, and then next thing you know, you pull up this nigga page to me, and for me to not tell you the whole truth, I feel like that's a little crazy. So it's like, I feel like I ain't really have a choice, but I don't think I told him that day. So, long story short, after he ended up leaving or whatever, he texted me, like, asked me was I woke, and then that's when he texted me again. He gonna say good morning. I'ma should just post a screenshot. He like, good morning, I love your pussy and your lips or whatever. But he ain't F me at you, like, at this point. He just kept eating it. Like, so it's like, he just love that shit. Like, he just loved that shit. I don't know. So I just was like, LOL, good morning or whatever. So then we ain't talk all that day, or we probably was on the phone or FaceTime or something, but I know he ended up not texting me big till like 7 at night, and he was like, Stink, you was right. He was like shaking my head. My body crashed after I text you. I was going to come bring you some breakfast. Soon as I text you, I set my phone down and that shit was over. He was like, I ain't even make it to, what's it called, Jumeirah or whatever. He was like, I'm mad. He was like, anyways, Stink, I miss you. I miss being up under you. I'm on my way. I got my rest or whatever. So he came right back. Like, he used to be up my ass so bad, y'all. Like, he loved it here real bad. So he like, I didn't sleep for 3 days. I'm drawing, shaking my head. I said, I knew you was going to do that. Basically saying, like, I knew he was going to fall asleep. So when he said, like, I'm ready to be up under you again, like, I'm on my way, I said, come on, I miss you too. So, blah, blah, blah. He was like, I guess I was taking too long to text back. He asked me why I wasn't texting back and shit. So, I don't know. We was talking, and then he was like, I'm seeing you, right? And I was like, yeah, when you coming. He was like, I swear. Oh, yeah. He used to always want to go out, like, all the time. Keep in mind, I just want y'all to hold on to that, because it just be so funny how bitches be we gonna get to that, but this nigga always used to want to go out with me anyway. So he was like, I swore we was going out, and I was like, we still can. I'm not tired, because he was trying to go out the night before too. He was trying to go out. Yeah, he was trying to go out the night before, and I think I said I was tired or something. I don't know why we didn't go out. But every time, like, we was going out or whatever, or was supposed to go out or whatever, it was always him initiating it. He always wanted to, oh, we popping out tonight. Come on, let's pop out tonight. Da, 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 da. So he always initiated it. Like, I didn't have to try to, yeah. Like, he always initiated it or whatever. So, I was like, I'm not tired like I was yesterday. So he like, I'm up or whatever. I don't know. We was basically talking. He sending me videos of his car. I think he sent me another picture of the car getting shot or whatever. I don't know. But basically we was talking and shit. So we were just talking. He was talking about how he didn't want to drive his car no more, because it's making him not want to drive his car no more, because he really could have died. I'm talking about the situation where he said his car got shot at and shit. So mind you, y'all know this is not like my typical story times. Any story time I tell, I'm never in my phone as much. I'm never telling, like, I'm never sitting here reading every message and shit like that. It's a method to what I'm doing. So if y'all getting bored with the messages, I don't know what to tell y'all. Click off. So he ended up coming. he ended up coming or whatever. And this is another thing he used to do. So he basically was saying he was on his way. So when he pulled up, he never told me he pulled up or whatever. He just texted me, like, I think I asked him where he was at, and he was like, I've been sitting outside on the phone, sitting in the car. But he had never, it would be so many times where he'll come here and won't even tell me that he outside. So he came here or whatever, and then when he came here, he went to sleep and was like, I don't know if we watched the movie, I don't know. I know we was chilling or whatever, and he came, and after we was chilling and shit, he like went to sleep the whole time. Like, and when I tell y'all this boy could fucking sleep, this boy could fucking sleep. When he used to tell me he would sleep all day, I never used to believe it until he actually used to come here, and he would literally sleep for 12 plus hours. Like, he could literally sleep a whole 24 hours. Like, the shit, I don't know what be going on, but he could literally sleep, like, he can literally sleep a whole day away. And like I said, I didn't know that until he like stayed the night here a lot of times, and or if he would come here during the day and he would sleep the entire day away. Like, would not wake up, a heavy ass sleeper, and would sleep an entire day away. Like, I don't know how people do that. But and when I say a whole day, I don't mean like when we say, oh damn, I slept the whole day away and we only slept for like 4 hours. I mean, this nigga could literally sleep for 24 hours if you actually let him do that shit. I don't know. But so basically after he left or whatever, he was like, I can't believe I would sleep that long. I said, me either, shaking my head, because it had irked me, because at this point, like I said, I liked him or whatever. So it was like, when let me just tell y'all something about him. Another thing about him that really turned me off, right? He just, overall, this boy just wasn't what I was used to, but it was a lot of little shit. So long story short, he always was on his phone. And when I say always was on his phone, I mean would be like this on his phone and won't put it down. Like, will not put it down. Like, never put the fucking phone, never put the phone down. Like, he never puts that fucking phone down ever. Like, it's such a cringy ass turn off. It's such a cringy ass turn off. It's like, this nigga will literally, it's like, alright, if he's not on, because, alright, like I said, he do the shit with the dogs and shit. So, he'll be on Telegram all fucking day and all night, in group messages, sending voice messages. If he's not doing that, he's on a group FaceTime. If he's not doing that, he's on a group phone call. While he's with me, while we're supposed to be spending our time together, he's on the phone the entire time. Yo, it was disgusting. Like, when I tell you, I never seen nothing like it. I never seen nothing like it. And I used to curse him out about it all the time, because it's like, yo, put your fucking phone down. You're with me. Now, that just goes back to saying, remember when he like, oh, because that's why I need you in my life, because the phone goes off when I'm with my wife. Yo, that phone be far from off. Okay? Far from off. This nigga, that shit be glued to his hand. You can't even watch a fucking movie without this. I think it was one time. No, probably like 2 times where we watched the movie and then we was watching the show. And like 2 separate occasions where I think he actually put his phone down because it was something he wanted to watch. Like, and I don't think he touched his phone the whole time. Other than that, y'all, the entire time he's like this. Like, he cannot, it's either a vape or a smoke or a phone in the hand, or both at the same time. This nigga literally would, like, I can't explain it. That's why I keep saying it over and over again, because when I tell you I literally cannot explain it, I never seen nothing like it in my life. I'm not used to that, okay? Any nigga that I fucked with, if we're chilling, that's our time. If you with me and I'm with you, that's our time. We is not on no phones. Like, first of all, I'm never the type of person to be on my phone, especially when I'm with my nigga. Like, if I'm with a nigga, like, I'm never the type of person to be on my phone. But I could even pick up a phone and just, if I even pick up my phone and just look, or like look at an Instagram post or something, and my niggas be like, yo, put your fucking phone down. Like, we ain't, like, this ain't that. Like, no, like, we watching TV, we chilling, we doing what we doing. Like, we're not on no phones, so don't none of my niggas ever be on no phone. So it's like, I'm not used to that. It's like, when I'm spending time with somebody, that's our time. That's our time. We're not on no phones. Like, it's just us. Phones is down. Like, phones is face down. I'm not even picking up my phone when I'm with a nigga. Like I said, I could pick up and look at a message and the nigga gonna be hot with me. Him, this nigga did not know how to put that motherfucking phone down. I'm not saying, oh, he looked at his phone, put it down, he'll chill for a little bit, pick up his phone, put it down, he'll chill for a bit. No, y'all. He would sit here and literally, he could sit on his phone and would pull a fucking all-nighter. He did that multiple times too. Pull fucking all-nighters sitting on the phone, like on the phone, just he cannot put it down. Like he cannot put it down. Then I say something, they would start arguing because like put your fucking phone down. Then I catch an attitude, and when I really catch an attitude, that's when he'll put the phone down because that shit be burning me out. Like, and I just move away from him. I try to go to sleep on him, whatever. But anyway, I was talking so much, I forgot what the fuck point I was making. Damn. I'ma just touch on this right here because I'm not sure if I touched on it later in the video. But yo, why one time we had went on a date, right? We had went drunk bowling and shit, right? So before it was our turn to bowl, he like, let's go upstairs and play the games and shit. We go upstairs and play the games. So we, mind you, when we walked in there, he was already on the phone. Like, I'm talking about like talking on the phone, but people got the phone glued to his ear. Yo, why are we fucking playing air hockey? He playing air hockey with me with one hand and still got the phone glued up to his ear with the other hand. Like, yo, it was so like that was just some nasty ass work. Like, he literally was on the phone the entire date. Like, I feel like when we finally started bowling, I think he got off his phone, but I'm really not sure. But yo, like, that nigga was a mess. He just was a child. I was just talking so much that I really lost my train of thought. But I know he would either be sleeping all the time or not putting his fucking phone down, basically. If I can remember what point I make, I'm going to just make a voiceover restating stating what I was trying to say. But he was basically, so he was like, them PMs ain't no joke. Because I think he had told me he had took some Tylenol PMs before he came here or something. I don't know. So I like, you really was dead sleeping. So he was like, I apologize. And I was like, it's okay. So I'm going to insert this screenshot of us talking. So basically that same night or whatever is when I ended up telling him the truth. So that this was the night that we was, I think we did go out this night. We did go out this night. Yeah, we went out this night, right? So he came and he all hyped, like saying how pretty I look and stuff like that. So he came because I'm, you know, ready for the date or whatever. I can't believe I was It's so funny. Man, if I could show you exactly what day it was. If y'all go back to my videos and y'all see the video of, like I said, when I said I got scammed by YouTube Storytime or whatever, this was me that day. Like, this was me that day. I really was just dressed for, like, I wasn't dressed, but I was, like, I was just, this was just a chilling outfit I had on because I was filming content or whatever. But this is the day that we ended up going out or whatever. So, when he had got there and shit, I had said, I like, say him down. So, I'm just telling him, like, but my heart beating because I'm, like, scared of shit to say it. So, I'm just like, I'm like, I gotta talk to you. So, mind you, this whole time, he's already obsessing over other niggas that I don't even fucking know. So, it's like, I'm like, I gotta talk to you. So he said this, so he looked at me and he looked at me and he like, what? He was like, what's wrong? And I was just like, no. Before that, right, he knew something was wrong because he came in, like, he play a lot. Like, he like kind of a jokester or whatever. He play too much and shit. So it's like, when we chilling and shit like that, he'll play and we be bidding and just like kind of laughing the whole time. So it's like, when he was like trying to play and stuff, I wasn't really with it. Like, I wasn't really feeling it. Like, my face was kind of like, you could tell that something was wrong type shit. And I'm just like, he'll be laughing and doing something, trying to play, and I'll just be like I just like I would be out of it type shit. So he knew something was wrong. He kept asking me what was wrong, and I wouldn't say nothing. So then that's when he had said down and shit. So I'm like, I gotta talk to you. I was like, I gotta tell you something. So he like, what? He was like, what's wrong? And I was like, how the fuck did I say it? I basically was like, I forgot exactly how it happened word for word, but I know I told him, I was like, remember like when you was asking me like, did I know such and such or whatever, or did I know any of them niggas or whatever? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I know one of them. And he was like, who? Or what? No, that's not how it went, because I already told him that I knew him. However it went or whatever. Oh, no. I don't remember exactly how it happened. But I know he was like, who or whatever. And I had, I think that's how it happened. I think I had told him, I was like, remember, remember when I was telling you about how, like, I got this one situation where, like, I just be doubling back, how, like, I used to talk to the boy and, like, man, I just be doubling back to him and stuff like that. So he like, yeah, and I was like, you know him. That's how it happened. Yeah, that's how it happened. That's how it happened. That's exactly how it happened. Word for word, that's how it happened. Probably not word for word, but mostly. So he like, so I was like, remember I was like telling you about this situation where I got this like one nigga that I'd be doubling back to and shit. So he like, yeah, and I was like, it was a pause just like this, and I was like, you know him. And he turned his head real quick. He like, who? So I didn't even say the name. I just started typing in the name in the search bar, and I just turned it and just showed him or whatever. And he was like, yo, da, 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 da. Like he just started like, he was like, no, yo. He like he kind of started laughing though. He kind of started laughing at it though, cause he was like, no, like he couldn't believe it type shit. So I'm like, damn. So he basically was telling me, like, we had kind of got into the whole situation, and he was like, yo, he was like, and this crazy, he was like, cause this is not the first time that happened between me and him. Like like it was another girl that like the boy that low key actually liked. Oh, and for anybody that's kind of lost or whatever, the Instagram that I ended up pulling up was Low Key's page. I don't know if I said it, but yeah. So he like, yo, he like, this is the second time that happened between me and him, where like a girl that he really liked, like we basically ended up talking to the same girl type shit. So basically we was talking about that and shit, and long story short, like I just basically like was on some shit like you still want to fuck with me, like, or what's up? Like, so I'm like, so what's up? Like you don't want to talk to me no more or whatever. And he was like, he basically was like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. He was like, that shit, he was like, he basically was on some shit like, it's not up to me. He like, it's up to you. He was like, it's either going to be me or him. He was like, but you're not talking to both of us type shit. So I was telling him, I'm like, I don't talk to him. I told you I don't talk to him. I said, this would be making, this question would make sense if you was asking me this back in 2017 when I actually was dealing with him, when we was actually a situationship. Now we're just fucking. So it's like, why would I choose that over a situation where I could possibly be building something with somebody? Like, you actually like me, I like you. Well, he liked me too, but I'm saying like we're actually like on some other shit. Like that wave of us really liking each other in a situationship and shit like that wave passed 7 years ago. So it's like now me and you are actually talking versus how me and him is just fucking now. So why would I choose him over you type shit? So he basically was like, it's either him or me type shit. And I'm like, well, it's not him. Like, what the fuck? So so he just got into all this stuff, and ever since then, yo, I just feel like that was a fucking mistake to tell that nigga that. Because when I tell y'all, he acted like he didn't care, right? He acted like he didn't care. He didn't care about the, okay, so when I say he acted like he didn't care, I mean he acted like it was like whatever, like he basically was like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Your past don't got nothing to do with me. Like whoever you was dealing with before, that shit don't got nothing to do with me. Like it's, we on our own time now. Like I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. That's how he was kicking it. So that was that. We rocked out type shit. But ever since then, once he found out who that was, he became overly obsessed with the situation. And when I say overly obsessed with the situation, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. This nigga became overly obsessed with this man. Overly obsessed with me dealing with this man. Just could not let the shit go at all. Like, he just acted like he could. He did let it go. I'm not going to say he didn't let it go. But I ended up getting... Alright, we just gonna get into it. Long story short, I ended up getting caught up, and that's how he, like, long story short, I ended up getting caught up. But not really caught up. Like, I wasn't really messing with him at the same time, but it's like low-key was still reaching out to me, but I was spending him for legion. Like I wasn't entertaining him, but I still technically got caught up type shit. So that was that or whatever. And then from there, he ended up like, he just was doing a lot of weird stuff that I never told low-key about, because it's like, I don't know, like I said, I don't know the dynamic of the relationship. I don't know if they like just cool, like exactly how cool they are. I know that they're cool, like, but I don't know, I'm not messy, so it's like I wouldn't say certain shit. But what Legion used to try to do a lot would be like, now knowing everything that I know now, I feel like he probably made up half the shit he said. But what he'll do is try to say a lot of shit that's kind of like shining a negative light on Legion. Like he would say, and I'm not going to say nothing because I don't know if it was true or not. So it's like, I'm not going to throw no salt on Legion. I mean on what I'm trying to say, he would say a lot of shit that would shine a negative light on low-key. That's what I meant to say. So it's like, I'm not gonna I'm not going to say certain shit. I'm not even going to shine no light on it or whatever. But he would do a lot of like weird, like little pillow talking shit. And like I remember he was like trying to tell me one time, I can't say this. One time he was basically trying to tell me like, this the second time it happened. It was another girl that he really liked. And that basically, I guess, Legion was basically trying to say he didn't know that the girl was talking to low key. And he ended up fucking a girl. But then he said that he never told low-key that he fucked the girl, like when he found out that low-key really liked her or whatever. But I'm like, later one day in the line, y'all, I found out that this nigga lied on his dick so many times that it's like, I don't even believe that. But that's the type of shit he'll say stuff like that. And I remember he said some other shit that I'm not going to say. But he would just say shit to try to like, I don't know, it'd just be weird. Like, it'd just be real weird. And like, he just started constantly comparing himself to him and just was weird. Like, he just became overly obsessed. Like, it was so fucking strange, like overly obsessed. So that's how we kind of got that out there or whatever. I basically told him and shit, if there's anything I need to go back to, I'll go back to it. But basically that's how we got that out there and shit. I ended up telling him and shit. So we ended up still going on our date. We ended up going on our date or whatever. I could probably post a picture. We had went this was our first date. We had went drunk bowling. So this was like the first date or whatever. And we had went drunk bowling and shit. So we go with drunk bowling. I could probably actually insert the picture that he snuck and took of me while we was there or whatever. He snuck and took a picture of me and he sent it to me later on that night or whatever. But we ended up going out and shit. And oh my god. These fucking batteries is dying like no tomorrow. I don't get it. I'm so tired of having to get up. What was I saying? I don't know. So was this the day that we went out? I'm actually lying. We didn't go out this night. I'm sorry, y'all. I know this story is all over the place. But I'm actually lying. Now that I think about it, now that I remember, this is exactly how I remember it. I was stalling so long when he came here. We were supposed to go out that night, right? I was stalling so fucking long that I was scared to tell him what I had to tell him. So I was stalling so fucking long that by the time it was time for us to go out, it was already like close to shit to midnight because I was stalling. Mind you, he got here probably like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock or something. I was stalling so long that we ended up missing a wave to even go out because it was already too late because I was so scared to fucking talk to him. So I'm lying. It wasn't this night that we had went out. It was the next night that we had went out. So back to what I was saying. So when he was like them PMs ain't no joke or whatever, and I was like you really did sleeping and shit, and he was like I apologize, and I said it's okay. So he was like do me a favor. This is 6:19 in the morning. Matter of fact, I'm gonna screenshot this. He said, do me a favor. And I said, what's up? He said, stop thinking about that, LOL. I really appreciate you keeping it real. Never listen to your whole ass friends. Always listen to your mom. So basically, like, when I was telling him everything that happened, or I mean, everything that, like, the truth about everything and shit, I basically was telling him, like, my mom was telling me I should tell you, but my friends were telling me I shouldn't tell you or whatever. But I was like, I just felt like I had to, like. So that's why he said that. He said, do me a favor and stop thinking about that. I really appreciate you keeping it real. Never listen to your whole friends. Always listen to your mom. So I said, I know. I said I was going to tell you anyway. I would have felt out of pocket if I would have just kept sitting in your face, not saying nothing. Facts. If I would have just kept sitting in your face, knowing that you just showed me this man, asked me if I know him. Like, I that's just, despite how fucked up other people may be, I'm just not that type of person. So I said, I'm not thinking about it no more. So we was just talking and shit like that, and we was just talking and shit like that. He was telling me how he was coming back the same day and shit like that. So I guess he ended up falling asleep. He was supposed to come back. I think he was supposed to go pray or something and come right back, but he ended up going to sleep at like 7 in the morning. So he texted me at 1. He was like, I don't even know how I went to sleep. I was supposed to be on my way. So I was like, I knew he was going to do that or whatever. And I was like, but what you doing? This was at like 1 o'clock. So he said, on my way. So I was like, okay, how long? That's what I'm saying, yo. He used to be up my ass, like up my ass, like. So he said, I'm on my way. So I said, okay. I said, how long? He said, about 2 now. I said, okay. He said, I'm about to pray, then I'm coming. I said, oh, okay. So he texted me. He ended up not coming right then and there. He texted me at like 2 hours later and said he went away or whatever. And he was like, I'm around the corner. I had to stop here to pray or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So we were just talking. So basically he was telling me, I guess he had a match, like a dog match or whatever. So he had to do that or whatever. So he ended up asking me did I want to go and shit. I think he waited till he came here to ask me did I want to go. So he was telling me that the show was at 1, like it was at 1 in the morning. Like that's what time they be doing that dumb shit. But no, he asked me right here. So he said, he's right here and say, do you want to go or whatever? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. So then that's when I was like, I don't know. He was asking me that I want some seafood or some shit like that. I don't know. But we were just talking. So basically he came here or whatever. And we ended up going. Now here goes. Y'all, here it goes. Listen to this. Remember this. Remember that I'm telling y'all this, okay? So at this time, well, this day, for whatever reason, he wasn't driving, right? So I feel like this story about to probably be fucking 2 hours long. So at this point, you know, he had to go get at this day, like I was saying, this particular day, for whatever reason, I don't think he was driving. So he must have called an Uber or got dropped off probably, I don't know, but he wasn't driving or whatever. So he had to go pick up the dog to go. He had to go pick up the dog. So he asked me to take him to go pick up the dog, right? So we go to go pick up the dog about, I'm gonna say about 10 minutes from where I stayed. 10 minutes if there's no traffic type shit. Like 10 a little, maybe a little 15 minutes, but probably 10 minutes. Like 15 minutes. So we go to wherever this location is. He said he got to go to his man crib to go get the dog. Remember this, y'all. Remember this. He tells me he got to go to his man crib to get the dog. So he had me park at we go to the place or whatever. He has me park at the bottom of this block. I don't know where the fuck I'm at. You telling me it's your man crib. We at your man crib, but you had me park at the bottom of his block, whatever. I'm not asking no questions because I don't know, and this not nothing for me. As far as I'm concerned, it's nothing for me to question. You know, you said you come and see me in your house to get a dog. Why wouldn't I believe that? So, parked at the bottom of the block, waited for him to get the dog. He came, got the head, put the dog in the car and shit like that or whatever. We ended up going to the thing. Whatever happened, I think I had to drop my son off some food or something or whatever. Alright, so whatever happened, I know I ended up taking him to the match first. And then I had went to take my son some food, drop my son off some food because the match was probably like literally up the street, like a minute to 2 minute drive up the street from where I stayed or whatever. So I had went to go stop to get my son some food. By the time I got him food and came back, he basically was already calling me, telling me that the match was over because because that's another thing I could say. He real good at, even though that he ain't supposed to be doing that shit, he real good at like training dogs and shit like that. Like as far as I seen, like the dogs that he be going up against and stuff like that, like they can't ever like beat his dogs and shit like that. Like, so basically, long story short, the match didn't even last long. I went to go get my son some food, took my son's food. By the time I went back to the match, the fucking shit was over because the dog had jumped out the box. Like the other dog had jumped out of the match, like, because it was scared or whatever. So it was over, like, quick. So I had went to go get, so no, I had went in there or whatever. When I went in there, that match was over, but he was still like in the box, like with the dog and shit like that. So I just was there. We was sitting there for a minute or whatever. He was doing whatever he got to do with his dog and shit. So they just still, I don't know if they was, I don't even remember if they was like fighting or whatever. I don't even know, but I know I had went there and I was there for a while. So then we ended up leaving and we ended up coming back to the house and he had brought me some seafood and shit. He was asking me that I want a seafood bag. So I think it was, I think the seafood bag was from his mom or something. I don't know. He ended up bringing me a seafood bag and shit. So when he came here or whatever, gave me the seafood and shit. No, I think he gave me the seafood before he had left or whatever. And I just put it up or whatever. So we came here and shit. So we was chilling. So we chilling and shit. And it was yet another night of him constantly wanting to, yeah, like, I'm never going to say no. Like, I'm never going to say no. You like it, I love it. Like, I'm never going to say no. So it was like, yeah, like it was one of them. It was one of them nights. Or every night was one of them nights for him, honestly. So it's like he was doing his thing or whatever. And it was that and shit. And I just don't want to get into too much detail. But it's just like, he was different. That's all I gotta say. When it came to that, I mean, like, he was just, like, I'm talking about, I ain't never been on the verge of tears before, like, type shit. Like, yeah, it was crazy, like, crazy. But, yeah, so long story short, that was that and shit. So later on that night, it ended up happening. We went all the way there, but not because of that, not because he was eating, yeah, not because of that, because that it didn't happen when he was doing it. It ended up happening at a later time. Well, it was one of the many times that he did it, but it wasn't because of that. It wasn't like, it was like I kind of wanted to at that point. So it was like it happened, and it happened like and, and yeah, so that happened. And he was, y'all know he was geeked after that, because I've been making him wait for how long? He was waiting for a little minute. He done probably he probably did that shit about 30 times at this point, and nothing in return, like nothing in return. And then you finally get, yeah, like, but it was because it was on my time and I finally wanted it, so it happened and shit. So he's geeking now. He really like, yo, he really, I think that activated the crazy in both of them. Oh my god, this fly keep flying by me. I think that night activated the crazy in both of us. That's why it, like I said, it be a mind over matter thing when it comes to me, like giving it up to niggas, because I know it's gonna come after that. Like, I don't want to have no feelings. I don't want to get attached, because with that comes, yeah, that other side, and I don't got time. That other side don't come as long as you still doing whatever you gotta do, what you supposed to do. If you ain't doing what you supposed to do, and you thinking shit a game, and yeah, you gonna be doing this and that while you fucking with me, then yeah, crazy gets activated. That's why it's like I gotta feel niggas out first before, yeah. So it's like the magical night happened, and it was. Man, yo, I feel so weird talking like this, because like I said, I'm not the type of person to even talk about my sex life, talk about my fat mind. Like, I don't talk about none of that. I don't gotta speak on how good, like, I ain't even that. Like, anything that goes on, I let it speak for itself. I'm not even that type of person. You'll never catch me on Twitter. Oh, my pussy so wet and da da da, or my I suck dick. I'm not doing all that. That's weird to me. It's weird and it's classless, but for the sake of this video, this is the only time y'all gonna get yet another battery die, y'all. I need to hurry up, because I feel like I don't even know how long this video is, because I keep stopping and starting, and I just got too much anxiety. But anyway, yeah, I was saying, like, y'all never gonna get that. This the only time y'all gonna hear me talk like this, because I'm telling a story type shit. So I don't know, I ain't gonna say too much about that though. But yeah, so it happened. So now, like I said, the crazy done got activated in both of them. The crazy got activated in both of us. That nigga got up smiling ear to ear. He like, yo, like, that's all he kept saying. He just kept saying like, yo. Like, afterwards it was just like, I'm in love. We in love. Like, no, like, cause literally that's when after that, yeah, he's all his I love you start coming. He can't stop telling me he love me now. Like, so where was I at? So I texted him when I think he left at like 7 something. So when I had texted him as soon as he left. Crazy got activated. I texted him as soon as he left. I said, ain't no switching up now. Like, you don't got that. Like, ain't no switching up now. Like, ain't no, yeah, nigga. Now we that. Like, we that. So he texted me back. He said, I love it here. He said, he wasn't saying nothing. So I said, so I texted him back and I was like, good morning, welcome to Death Row. Cause welcome to Death Row. I said, well, it's not morning time, because I texted him this at like 1:40. I said, it's not morning time, but you get what I'm saying. So long story short, I guess he was asleep or whatever. So I texted him like a couple times and he ain't respond. So I had texted him. It's like 1 second and he's not texting back, but I know he sleep all day, so I wasn't pressing the issue. So I texted him at like 7 something again. I said, wake up, what the fuck? And so then that was that or whatever. So then I guess he ended up, we wasn't texting for a long time right here. So I'm assuming he came over that night, because that's the only time we wouldn't be texting for a long time, is if he was like actually with me. So blah blah blah, we was on the phone and stuff like that. So then I guess I was calling him the night. I was calling him. It was one time when I was calling him. That's what he used to do. Like, even before like I let him hit or whatever, he used to do that a lot. Like, if I call him, he'll always call me, but if I could call him one time and like he won't pick up, or he'll text me like, I'm on the phone, Sting, hold on. So that's what he did. So I had texted back and I was like, you keep acting like you don't see a phone ringing or whatever. So he ended up texting me back like, why I fall asleep shaking my head, saying he waiting on his grandma. So this is him, this is another thing y'all need to pay attention to. So he said, why I fall asleep shaking my head waiting on my grandma, because we was on FaceTime earlier today. He was in the house in Delaware, right? He was telling me, I guess he was waiting on his grandma to give him some pills or something. I don't fucking know, but that's basically what he was telling me. So he basically texted me and was like, why I fall asleep waiting on my grandma, I'm shaking my head. So I said, you still in Delaware or you down here? He said, shaking my head, yes. I said, yes, what? You here or you in Delaware? So he's like,
Eggs, was I still home? Yeah, I'm still home.
So basically he's telling me, you asking me am I home, like home in Delaware, and yes, I'm still home. That's what he's telling me. Okay. So we talking, I'm sending him voice messages and stuff like that. So he ends up sending me a screenshot of what his grandma was saying. The grandma was saying the doctor's sick, so blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I could post it in here. Like, I'm not reading all this. So I said, so you not coming down here? He said, I knew I should have just came down and not depended on her. It made me fall asleep waiting, shaking my head. He keeps saying came down, as if he's coming down from Delaware. He keeps saying came down. So I was like, yeah, you should have. He was like, so when I said, so you're not coming down here? He was like, I don't know what you think I should do. So he like, everything happened for a reason. It wasn't meant for me to come down there. He said, I stayed in all day after I prayed. He said, I stayed in all day after I prayed. Let me see how I feel. I'll come straight down. Straight down. He's saying he coming straight down to Philly from Delaware. Okay? So I said, I don't know. So I basically was telling him, when he was like, what should I do? And I was like, I don't know. I thought you was going to be here all day regardless. So I said, okay. So then that's when he was like, I was, but I would have had to stop in the hood first. Like I said, everything happened for a reason, boo. So he said, did you, I don't know. He was asking me, because I was telling him me and my friend was going somewhere. So he asked me, did I ever go do that or whatever. So whatever happened, he texted me later and shit like that. Hold on, because I want to find a picture of when we had went out. So we just talking and shit. So he like, what you doing? So I'm like talking to my friend, what you doing? So he sent me a video of, I don't know why this not loading, but I remember what it was. It was a video of one of his dogs walking on a treadmill. So he was like, this is what I do when I'm in the house. I said, cracking the fuck up, she doing what I need to be doing or whatever. So he just sending me videos of his dogs and stuff like that. So that was that and shit. This was, I think, the next day, because I don't think he came down. I don't think he came over this day or whatever. But this was, he ended up texting me, I don't know. This is just little shit. So long story short, he was supposed to come over. Now, after we done, now we on each other dick real bad. But now more so me. That's why I don't like liking people. So he was saying he was coming down over. I think we was on the phone. He was telling me he was coming down and shit. But at some point he started texting me. So I said, if you fell asleep, I'm off you. I swear to God. So he had texted me. It was like shaking my head. And I was like, what's wrong? So I don't know. He basically was telling me he was coming here, blah, blah, blah. We ended up, I don't know, this was the next day. I don't know. We ended up falling asleep on the phone. Blah, blah, blah. He asked me where I'm at. I said, my cousin house about to leave. He said, I was about to come to you. I said, come on. I said, or you want me to just get you? He said, you want me to come to you? I said, yeah, you coming in? He said, yeah, about to leave out. So I wonder, I think this is the day that we had went out. Sorry, yo, this story is just all over the fucking place. So I guess when I had got here, I got irritated because he wasn't here when he said he was. So I was basically asking him, like, why would you say you was leaving out if you wasn't? I could have stayed where I was at till you was ready. That's weird as shit. So he said 10 minutes. Then he telling me he had just got chased by the cops and stuff, lying. So that was that or whatever. He ended up coming and shit. So this was a night that we had went out and shit. So then that's when, I don't know, we just was texting and shit. We telling each other we miss each other. And he like basically saying he wanna, but I'm like, I don't want to mess up your fast or whatever. I was like, it'd be you though. I said, maybe we gotta stay away from each other till Ramadan over. He was like, never. I was like, I'm trying to be a good influence. He said, so you don't want to see me till after, I don't know what he was saying. I was like, I want to see you all the time. I just don't want to be the reason why you're doing stuff you're not supposed to. I feel like I keep tempting you. I said, I want to see you all. I said, I want to see you all day, every day if I could. He said, you do already. I said, it don't feel like it. He was like shaking. I don't know. We just was talking and shit. Then after that, he's sending me pictures of cops knocking on his door looking for him or something. I don't fucking know. Long story short, fast forward. He ends up texting me, talking about stink. I said, yes. He said, what you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Telling him I'm on my way to my grandma's house. I guess he was supposed to, he did meet me there that night or whatever. So he said he was on his way. Then, I don't know. We just, yo, this is just typical stuff. I'm trying to get to the meat and potatoes of the story. I just want to show y'all the gist of everything. Like, the gist of everything. He just always was texting some little cute shit. Like, and I was asking him, did he miss me? He like shaking my head, you know, I miss you. I miss everything about you, blah, 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 blah. So before this, so I don't know if this was the day or if it was the day after, because I skipped another part. I don't know if it was I think it was the day after. I think it was, I forgot, I left this part out. So I think it was the day, I don't know if it was the day after we fucked for like the first time or whatever. I think it was though, because this was after he knew about low key, and this was after everything. So the day after we fucked for the first time, or I don't know if it was that day or if it was probably like a day or two after. So he come here or whatever. So this is the weird obsession with low key starts, because he like was trying to like rush into a relationship, and I feel like it was only because I told him about low key, and he knew how highly I was speaking to him, and I felt like he just didn't want me to talk to him no more. So basically, he had came here or whatever. I forgot that part. Like when this stuff is not in the messages, I'll forget. So then I had to go back and say it or whatever. So basically, he was saying like he came here or whatever at night, and he was basically on some shit like what is we doing? Like, so I'm like, what you mean? He like what we doing? Like, you my girl? Like, so I'm like, is that what you want? Like, so he like, yeah, like what is we doing? Like, da 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 da, saying whatever he's saying. So he like, so what's up? Like, you my girl, right? So I'm like, yeah, type shit. So that's kind of how the relationship started, because he initiated it. Like, he initiated that conversation. I never was one to press or force a nigga into no relationship. Like, I always will let a nigga initiate that, because you know, it's kind of the type of thing where they be like, you can't ever like a nigga until he love you type shit. I'm one of those type of females. Like, I'm not never going to make a nigga feel forced into something or force it. Like, we gonna take our time with this shit, and if you feel like and I feel like niggas always want to get in relationships super fast with me. It's so funny, but anyway, yeah. So I think after that first time we fucked, he was on some shit like, you my girl type shit. Like those was his actual exact words. So I'm like, okay, like fuck it, fuck we wasting time for. So that was that or whatever. So, and mind y'all, before he even said something about me being his girl, like, he came and his energy was just so off. Like, he basically tried to like out of nowhere accuse me of like stringing him along and trying to say I didn't really fuck with him. And I know he mentioned something about me changing my number, like all kind of shit. Like, I don't know, he was just real like weird that night. And then like he was like, so like once he said I was stringing him along, and I'm like, I'm not, like, I really fuck with you or whatever. And he was like, so what's up? Like, what we doing? Like, you my girl, right? That's how it went. I think this whole day, fast forward or whatever, this whole day, I see I text him like 4 times and he never texts back. So he ends up texting me at 4 in the morning the next morning, saying, shaking my head, why they grabbed me earlier. He said they had me in the district till 3:45. So he's basically telling me he got locked up. He said, yo, that lady really a rat. Oh yeah, because he was basically telling me how some lady across the street from his mom's house be telling on him or some shit like that. I don't even remember what the fuck he was talking about. But long story short, he's saying that the cops grabbed him and had him in the district till 3:45 in the morning. So he ends up texting me at 4 in the morning saying that that's where he was at all day. So I'm like, what? So I'm about to post the screenshots. Hold up. He like, I'm gonna call you in a second. So I said, okay, hurry up. So he said, I'm on the phone. Give me a second. I said, okay. He never called me. So then I texted him an hour later. I said, boys. And then I texted him again. I said, first of all, is you okay? I said, hurry up and call me. He said, I'm woke now. Where you at? This was at like a couple hours later. So he like, I'm asking him, is he okay? He like, yeah, I'm good. I just miss you. Whatever. So he like, I'm about to come see you. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, let me know if you coming. So he like, why you say that? Like, which one want me to come? So I was like, because you be saying you coming and then don't come. Like, that's when he kind of started. It's like he would still be here every day, but it's like for the most part, it's like he just started telling like little lies. I started peeping, but I don't think I still was peeping at this point. It's like, I don't know. So basically, I was like, just let me know if you coming. I said, cause you be lying about coming. That's why I said, let me know if you coming. He said, I don't be fucking lying. I said, okay, if you say so. So I was like, I feel like I ain't see you in like 4 days. That's crazy. So at that point, it was like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, so he like, I'm spending the day. He was like, I'm spending the day with you. So I was like, okay, what time you coming? So he texted me saying he about to get ready and shit. So then he texted me talking about I'm really in love. This is why when I should have walked away. But the thing is, y'all, if I didn't let him, it's like once. That's why I take my time with opening my legs to people, because when I don't do that, when I don't open my legs up to niggas, I could just walk away. Once I open up my legs up to you, it's like I don't want to feel like I did that for nothing, because I take pride. I don't give a fuck how old I am. Yes, even at this big age, I take pride in having a very low body count. I take pride in not being ran through. I just take pride in a lot of stuff like this. So it's like, if I'm gonna let you hit, which is rare for a lot of people, it's like now I kind of feel like I'm like stuck. Like now, like because like, I could still walk away, but then I would be like, damn, like I don't already, like, you know. So he like, I'm really in love with you, blah blah blah. He's just talking bullshit or whatever, and I'm basically just laughing at him like, damn, like good pussy can make you say some crazy things. I said, you love it here so bad, that's probably what you really in love with, not me. So he like, you don't think I'm in love? I love you more than that pussy, lol. I'm not pressed over good pussy. So whatever. So I ended up telling him I love him too. Yo, we don't even know each other. It's like, no, we know each other, but it's just funny because like, why is we telling each other we love each other? So long story short, he ended up coming at night, right? So insert the problem. Insert the motherfucking problem. Insert the motherfucking problem. Yo, matter of fact, we won't get on it. But insert the motherfucking problem. Y'all know he got a baby, right? Him having a baby mean he has a what? Let me hear y'all say it. That how like popping. Let me hear y'all say it. Him having a baby means he has a what? A baby mother. A baby mother. Okay? Insert the motherfucking problem. Okay? So he comes over the day I just told y'all he said he was coming, and he was coming over that night or whatever. He comes over, right? So we just chilling. We was chilling in the living room. We was like, so we was chilling in the living room or whatever. So say this is him, right? Like he's sitting like this, and I'm like laying, like I'm like, I can't really do it in this chair, but I'm like laying on him. He got his arm around me, and I'm like laying on him with like my legs up on the couch, and he's like sitting straight up, but he's like on his phone. So mind you, I feel like I could be tripping. I don't know if his brightness was down or if he had one of them screen protectors, like the dark screen protector thing or whatever. But long story short, I need to stop saying long story short because this story longer than a motherfucker. But long story short, yo, Instagram keep exiting these messages. This shit is burning me out, bro. Long story short, like I said, he's like sitting up on the couch regular, like on his phone, of course, on his phone or whatever, sitting regular. So I'm like laying on his lap, but I'm like under his arm type shit. So it's like I'm like I'm laying on him type shit. So you know me, you and your phone. I'm just like his phone like right here, right? So I'm laying down. I don't know if he thought I was asleep because my head was down or what. But he got the phone like this or whatever. He's scrolling. So of course I'm like like not trying to move my head because I don't want him to know. But I'm like this, right? My head facing straight, but I'm just like this. Just watching everything he doing. Watching every fucking thing he doing in that phone. Yo. Niggas be so dumb. Niggas be so fucking dumb. By this point, it was about 10 different red flags of him. But this was really a red flag, okay? So, he like... so, he going through his phone and shit. Next thing you know, I see him on somebody's page. A bitch page. Clicking through their highlights. He just clicking through their highlights. He clicking real fast. But my eyes is faster. You clicking through a bitch highlights. Why the fuck is one of them pictures your baby, and a bitch that I'm assuming is your baby mom? It is his baby mom, but I ain't know what she look like. I ain't know nothing about her. So it's like, I'm looking and I'm like, now I know a lot of y'all probably would have been like, bitch, why you ain't punch him in his fucking head right then and there? I don't know why I didn't, y'all. I came a long way from like that toxic shit, that fight. I thought I did actually until I met him, but it's like I wasn't really trying to go that route. Like I was just going to exit gracefully type shit. Even with me saying like, damn, I already fucked this nigga, da, 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 but it's like, nigga, the crazy is already activated, and I don't even want to go down that road with you. So it's like I'ma just have to take that L on the chin and leave you the fuck alone before this shit turn crazy, because you got me fucked up. Why the fuck are you, like, I'm confused. So I'm like, so mind you, I peeped the name and I peeped the name and everything. So I peeped the username and all that. So I'm like, okay. I'm gonna go look for myself. So he already was getting up to leave because it was probably like, by that time he was here all night. So by that time it was probably like 5, 6 something in the morning. He was about to go pray and all that other shit. Cause like I said, it's Ramadan, so he's fasting. So he gotta go pray, do all this other stuff. So I peeped the name and shit. So I peeped the name. So that's that and shit. So I'm gonna say at 4. So okay. So no, it was at 4 o'clock that he left, right? So I just posted something. I said I forgot what the fuck I posted on Instagram. Whatever it was a post that was like along the lines of, I really need to start going with my first instinct. I need to start going with my gut feeling or some shit like that. Like, cause that shit ain't never wrong. Da, 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 something like that. But I ain't never make it known that I was talking about a nigga. I ain't never make it, but it's like him, I guess he just knew that I was talking about him. So all I said was something about, damn, I really need to start going with my first instinct or whatever type shit. Cause like, you already had other red flags about you. Like, a red flag to me alone is if I call you and you don't answer the phone. I don't give a fuck if you do it 1 or 2 times. Answer that fucking phone when I call you, because that's just, I don't know. It's just that I just don't be going for that. So it's like, it was that. Then I think at this point you got locked up, and then it was just a bunch of other little shit. Like, it was just a bunch of other little shit. So he had wrote me. He had commented on a thing with like the little, I don't know if y'all can see that. Oh no, I don't want to put his picture in there. I don't want to put his picture in there, but this is him commenting on the message that I had put or whatever. He commented that face or whatever. So I had I just read it. So he texted me right after that and was like, what's your problem? I'm gonna answer these messages. He said, what's your problem? So I ain't text back. So he said, hello. I said, what you talking about? He said, whatever you just posted on Instagram. I still ain't text back. I said, I'm not talking about nothing. It's just a post. Whole time I am talking about something, and I am the type of person that speaks my mind. But it was just like, it was a lot to like kind of like process that, because it's like, that was like a, like, I don't know. I just started feeling like a whole bunch of like, hold up. Because the thing is, y'all, that I didn't mention, I don't know if I said it in the last video, but it's like, the thing is, like, I literally took 3 years to myself. Like, after my baby dad, like, after I fucking left his ass, like, I took 3 years to myself. I said, I'm not never taking nobody serious again. I mean, not again, but like, no time soon. Like, I'm just cool. Like, so like, them 3 years was like very, very refreshing. Me getting to know myself, me getting to love myself, me just getting to, you know, become emotionally, mentally stronger and stuff like that. Like, a lot of shit. It was just a lot of self-care, a lot of self-love going on for them 3 years. And this is the first situation that I gave attention to, as far as like being serious. Because obviously, like I said, I was still fucking low key. But I'm talking about as far, and I was probably texting people. But it's like, as far as giving people my body and actually taking them serious and getting into relationships and shit, like, I wasn't doing none of that shit. So this was very new for me, in the sense of I haven't done this in 3 years. So it's like, you know, when you take a lot of time by yourself, you become a dangerous person. Like, when you take a lot of time to yourself, like mentally, emotionally, physically, all that shit, like, when you take a lot of time to yourself, you become a very dangerous person, to the point where it's like, when you do start fucking with niggas, you're not going to put up with anything. But with this particular situation, it was still kind of new to me. So it's like, I was putting up with shit, but it's like, I wasn't at the same time. Like, I wasn't putting up with shit, but okay, like, he ended up, like I said, he ended up being around my son at some point in time. So it's like, because of that, I kind of was like putting up with certain shit. Y'all going to see, not shit like what y'all think, but it'll be shit. Yeah, so long story short, so he like, what's your problem? So I said, what you talking about? Whatever you just post on Instagram. I said, I'm not talking about nothing. It's just a post. He said, yeah, whatever. You talking about me. Okay, I'm not, I guess he was trying to say, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I felt your whole energy leaving out, shaking my head. Oh yeah, he felt my energy leaving out, because as soon as I seen it, I peeped the name and all that. Oh, I sat right up. Get off of me. I ain't say get off of me, but I just sat right up. Like, so I know he felt my vibe, because it was like, I just got real quiet, like, I ain't say shit. So it's like, and that's another thing I wanted to learn, like, how to like not react how I usually react, like, to shit, because I done did some crazy shit. So it's like, as opposed to that, I wanted to take a new approach and just, you know, kind of just let the nigga go type shit. So he like, so I guess he felt my vibe before he left or whatever. So he like, yeah, whatever, you talking about me. I'm not stupid. I felt your whole energy leaving out, shaking my head. So he was like, let's be grown. Wish you feel away or something. Talk to me. So he kept calling me. And I wasn't answering. So I was like, my phone. I was like, my phone on. I was lying. I was like, my phone on 1. I'm gonna call you after I charge it. So then he kept calling me or whatever. So I ended up answering, and I'm like, he basically like, what's wrong? Like, what's your whole thing? Da 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 da. Like, we just was cool. Blah blah blah. So I was like, you just need to come talk to me face to face. Like, I'm gonna talk to you in person type shit. So he like, all right, he was like, I'm coming back. Like, I'm gonna let you know when I come back or whatever. So he didn't come back early in the morning, but he came back that day or that night or something like that. So he just was like texting me and stuff, trying to be my friend, but I wasn't really texting back. Like, so he ended up texting me. It was at like 12 something, like in the afternoon and shit. And he was like, I want to know why you throw a shot at me and shit. He was like, I want to know why you throw a shot at me. I said, I told you I wanted to talk to you in person. So when you pulling up, or you want me to pull up on you? Because either way, nigga, we need to fucking talk, because you got me fucked up. Oh, and I said I wanted to talk to him because he's lucky that my cousin seen that post, and that my cousin ended up calling me, and I told her the situation, and I ended up telling her the situation. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, but I feel like this nigga probably still fucking with his baby mama son. I'm like, I don't know why this bitch gotta fucking, well, at the time she wasn't that bitch, because I ain't know her. I ain't had no problem with her. But I'm like, she got a fucking picture in her highlights of him. Oh yeah, before I even skip to all of that, right? Like I said, I seen her username, so I took it upon myself to go look at the page myself. Type in the username, go, and I look at the highlights. She got a highlight, right? She got like, I don't know how, she probably had like 3 or 4 highlights on her page. One of the highlights, it had a heart in a ring, like a heart in the a ring emoji. Like, that was the title of the highlight. I click on that. It's pictures of her and stuff like that. Keep clicking, keep clicking, keep clicking. It's a picture of her, him, and the baby on his birthday. But I wasn't talking to him on his birthday. His birthday is in February, like I said. But it was like, just like, that instantly sent up red flags, because why do your baby mom have a picture of you on her page? Ain't no bitch posting no nigga that she's not fucking with. I don't give a fuck how people try to kick it and none of that. And yo, before this even happened, he always used to tell, this nigga used to lie so bad, yo. This nigga used to lie so fucking bad. He was telling me like, yeah, the house I moved in, like, yeah, don't nobody know where I stay at. He like, my baby mom don't even got that address. My baby mom don't even got that address. Hold on to that thought, yo. Hold on to that thought. He telling me, yeah, my baby mom don't even got that address. That's what the fuck he's telling me. That the baby mom don't even have the address of where he stays at. So this is stuff that he's saying. Of course, I'm kind of like believing it, because it's like, I wouldn't think nobody would lie about no dumb shit like that. But at the same time, I didn't really believe it, because how you got a child with this girl, but she don't know. I mean, I don't know. That's not impossible, because I don't want my fucking baby dead. Like, I understand. But it's like, so it's like, when he said that, I ain't think nothing of it. But that's literally what he said. Because now we're about to jump into the lie. We're about to jump into the lies. We're about to jump into the lies now, okay? So, like I said, I see the highlight. I see a picture of him, her, and the baby. They was out. I think he went out to eat on his birthday or something. The baby mom was there. I'm confused. I'm confusion. Even though, yeah, this is before I started dealing with you. You've been trying to make it seem to me like you is not on that type of time with your baby mom at all. Like, you're trying to make it seem like you're not on that type of time with this girl at all. So how y'all not like that, but she at your birthday dinner? Like, that's a little weird to me. Like, I don't know. But I know he kept trying to say she basically best friends with his sister, and that's the only reason why she was there, and all this cool shit or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I don't believe shit you're saying, but I'm gonna keep it in the back of my mind. Like I said, he told me this baby mom don't even know where the fuck he lives at, right? So back to me being on her page. Clicking through her highlights, I already seen that was one red flag. Clicking. Yo, what the fuck do I see? I see pictures of, I see one picture, or like 2 pictures of the baby mom inside the same house he be FaceTiming me from. Like I told y'all before, I know exactly what the fucking house looks like, because you showed me this house a million times on Facebook. I can literally tell y'all right now the layout of his house. The entire layout of his house, from his front gate to the back of his house, from upstairs, what's upstairs look like, what's backyard look like. I can give you the whole entire landscape of that fucking house just based off of what I see on FaceTime, right? This house that he's saying is an hour away, right? Why the fuck do I see pictures of this bitch in the same exact house? And I know it's this house. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't like fucking with niggas, because I don't even want to call it crazy, but it's like I'm a fucking detective, right? So I seen 2 pictures of her, right? I already seen what his couch looked like. It was a little piece of a picture of his couch in the thing, and I seen it. So I'm like, this is the same fucking couch that you be showing me on FaceTime. And this little piece of couch, this bitch is sitting on that little piece of couch that I see. It's a tiny little piece of couch, and I see it, and the same material, same color, and all that. This is your fucking couch. This is your fucking house. This is the same thing. This is the bitch that you just told me don't even know where the fuck you live at. She don't even got the address to your house, right? So that was that. Then I keep clicking. It's a picture of her, their baby, and she got another baby by somebody else. So she got 2 baby dads. She got an older daughter that's like 5, and then she got the baby that she got with him. But the daughter that's like 5 is by another nigga. It's a picture of all 3 of them standing in his kitchen. Yeah, it's a little still shot of one place of the kitchen, but I know that's your fucking kitchen. It's your fucking kitchen that this bitch is standing in with her 2 kids. And you just told me that she does not know where you live at. That's what you told me. So that's why I'm saying we're going to get back to that, just for bitches who is being funny. Just for the bitches that's being funny. Like, we going to get back to that. But you literally told me that this bitch does not know where you stayed at. But yes, she got pictures and boomerangs in your house. I'm confusion. So, yeah. So that was that or whatever. So okay, we gonna get back into the messages and shit like that. So he like, I want to know why you throw a shot at me or whatever. So I said, I told you I'm gonna talk to you in person. So is you pulling up or you want me to pull up on you? He said, I'm gonna have to pull up on you because I'm not in one spot. I said, all right, what time you coming? He like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know yet. I'm trying to find a tow truck real quick. Oh yeah, because he was telling me about his little car situation, but I really didn't give a fuck because I was off you at this moment. I said, well, whenever you're free to do that, just call me. So he ended up texting me a couple hours later. Was like, what you doing? I said, about to get food. How about you? He said, stressed out. Hold up, let me screenshot this. I don't know if I screenshotted this. So he like, stressed out. I said, why? He said, I done came up. Yo, he used to lie so fucking bad. He said, what you doing? I said, about to get food. How about you? He said, stressed out. I said, why? He said, shaking my head. I done came up here for nothing. I said, up where? Where are you talking about? Where you at? He said, your grandma's crib. Where else? I said, so why you ain't call me? So you outside, and he used to do that shit so much, y'all. But the thing is, he used to lie. I don't feel like he used to ever be outside. Or it would be times, and sometimes it would be times where he would be outside and he'd be like, I've been sitting out here for an hour. Nigga, you never text me and you never called me or never said anything about you being outside. So how the fuck would I know you're here or outside? Why wouldn't you never call me? Why would you sit outside for that long and not call? Like, he just was a weirdo, y'all. Like, he was just so strange. So I said, so why you ain't call me? I said, you outside. So I said, come on. I said, come on with the weird shit, bro. So, cause he wasn't texting back. So then he texted me and was like, well, he said, dog, I'm pulling back up. I'm on the phone. I said, all right. He came. Now it's time for the conversation to be had. He came and shit, and this was the conversation. So he like, yo, looking back, I really can't stand this nigga. Like, yo, what the fuck was wrong with me? So this is exactly how the conversation went. So he like, what's up? Like, what's wrong? Da, 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 da. So I'm like, I can't remember everything verbatim, y'all, but I know it started off something like, I'm just trying to figure out how, for one, why the fuck was you lurking on your baby mom page? For one, that's number one. Number two, I just find it funny how you told me that this bitch don't even know where you live at, but yes, she got pictures in your house. And I know for a fact it's your house, so don't lie to me. He like, what? Da, da, da. He like, yo, come here, yo, come here, yo, come here. I said no. What the fuck? No, like, talk. Like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, you wanted to come over here to talk so bad and figure out why the fuck I was so mad. Talk. Why you telling me to come here to try to hug me, to try to get me to change the subject? No. So I'm like, I'm telling him, I'm like, no. I'm like, why the fuck would you? I said, no. I said, answer the question. Why the fuck would you on your baby mom page, for one? Number two, you told me she didn't know where you lived at, but yes, she got pictures and videos all in your house. So why would you lie? So he like, no. He said, no. He said, I ain't never tell you that my baby mom don't know where I live at. I told you Ashley. I told you that Ashley, that some girl named Ashley ain't know where I live at. I ain't never get that bitch my address. I said, who the fuck is Ashley? Who the y'all, I'm not lying. This is literally the name he used, and this is literally what he said out of his fucking mouth. This nigga said, no, I ain't never tell you. Yo, I swear to God on everything I love, yo. This nigga told me, like, what? I just moved here. Don't nobody know where I live at. I don't want nobody to know where I stay at. My baby mom don't even got this address. She don't even know where I stay at. Okay. I asked you about it. You talking about... No, I was talking about Ashley and... Like, y'all, that was such a spot on dumb ass fucking lie. I'm like, who the fuck? I said, who the fuck is Ashley? Like, what are you talking about? That's not what you said. Like, what are you... He literally just made that up. Like, literally just made that up on the spot. So I'm like, I'm just getting with him or whatever. So he like, yo, come here, da, 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 da. So I was basically telling him, like, I'm cool type shit. Like, you got me. I'm not on that. Like, I done been there and done that with this baby mom shit. I don't got time for it. I'm not trying to insert it again. Like, I don't got time for that shit. Like, and you lying on top of that. So he like, yo, he like, I don't fuck with my baby mom. I would never fuck with my baby mom again. Like, that bitch, like, da, 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 da. He like, I ain't gonna lie though. He was like, my baby mom cool. Like she thorough. Like, she a good mom. So it's like, we cool, but I don't fuck with her. Like, we not on that. Like, he's like, if I call my baby mom right now. No, he ain't say that time. I'm gonna tell you what he said the next time. But he like, I ain't fuck my baby mom. I ain't crack that shit in. I ain't crank. How he used to say, I ain't cranked that in years. No, not in years. He said, I ain't cranked that in almost a year. Like, I ain't fuck her. I'm not hitting her. Like, we not on that. Like, I'm not on that with her. Like, I ain't on that type of time with her. Da 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 da. Tell me all this cool shit. So I'm like, that was definitely a red flag because, nigga, this is your house. I'm not dumb. I don't get high. He don't even get high. He don't get high. He don't do that. I don't get high or nothing. I vaguely, or is it vividly or whatever them words is. I clearly remember you saying this word for word that your baby mom didn't even know where you lived at. Just for me to turn around and see that this bitch had pictures in your house with her kids. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Like, come on now. I'm not fucking stupid. So it's like, from there, it was an instant red flag. Like, I really, like, if I didn't fuck him, I would have cut him off. But I fucked him. Which is like, maybe I need to grow out of that. Maybe that's a little childish that it's like, you think just because you fuck somebody that you should keep fucking with them. But it was like, at that point, I'm like, damn, I have a low-key feel stuck in this situation. Because, nigga, if you would have did all this, or if I would have seen you do some shit like this before I fucked you, you would have never stood a chance. That shit would have been over. So, yeah, it was just that or whatever. He basically was lying and telling me he ain't never say that baby mom don't know where he live at and all this other shit. So I'm like, okay. So later on, he ended up coming here again. He stayed the night again. He was still there every day or whatever. So he like, man, he want to keep texting and all this lovey-dovey shit. What you doing? I'm missing you. You want me to come see you right now? And blah, blah, blah. So he ended up coming here or whatever. Oh, I remember this night. So he ended up coming here at like 8 o'clock at night. He ended up staying the night. But of course, he got to leave at 6 something in the morning because sometimes he'll be saying he got to leave to take his daughter to school. And sometimes, but most times he'll be saying most times he'll be saying he got to leave to pray. And then he's taking his daughter to school type shit. So that night, I remember he came here and I remember he used to pray with me like on the phone and stuff like that. Like when we first started talking, like before we even fucked or anything, like he used to pray with me on the phone. And this particular night, he had came here and he had asked could he pray here and shit. So he asked me for like a towel or something like that, and I gave it to him. And because he broke his fast, or not broke his fast, or started his fast, whatever. I don't know. I'm not Muslim. I don't know what it's called. But it's like the start of the fasting in the morning. It's like he did the fajr, whatever. No, he had to make wudu. So he had went upstairs to make wudu, wash up and stuff like that. He asked, before that he had asked could he pray here and stuff. So I gave him his time and stuff. He said he had to go make wudu. So he went upstairs, made wudu. Is that when they like wash up or something? I don't know. Made wudu, and then he came back downstairs and shit. So I gave him the towel and shit. So so he started like trying to pray, so I was trying to leave out, and he was like, why you leaving? And I was like, cause I was like, I feel like I need to give you some privacy or something, like some type of privacy and shit. So he like, no, like sit here. Like he wanted to pray in front of me. So before he prayed and stuff, he was like telling me little stuff, and he had got out like the compass on his phone so he could know which way he gotta face to pray and stuff like that. But like he was just like telling me, he was really trying to educate me on like Islam and stuff like that, because he kept talking, even though I wasn't really paying it, I ain't gonna say I wasn't paying it no mind, but it was like every time he kept talking about this marrying me shit, I wasn't paying him no mind. But it's like he'd always be trying to like teach me a lot of shit about it, like because he'd be always talking that marriage bullshit. So he sat there, he like prayed in front of me and stuff like that. It was like we was in like pitch black dark, like, but the sun was like coming up or whatever, so I was just watching him pray and shit. So that was that and shit. So that's what, skip that. I remember I posted, I'm cracking up because I remember I took this picture of us and I had posted it. I posted it. Yeah, this was around the time he kind of started showing his ass. Like, he wasn't really showing his ass. He was still the same, but he kind of wasn't the same. Like, I don't know. Y'all know how they go. I ain't even gotta say it. So, we was talking one day, and the last time I had texted him back was at 4 something. He never texted me back. I texted him again at 7 something. He never texted me back. This nigga ain't text or called me that whole night. So, the next day, I'm like, I'm trying to figure out why I didn't hear from you since you left yesterday. That's weird as shit. So, he started sending me videos and shit. And I ain't respond because I just got irked, because stop fucking playing with me. Like, what the fuck? So he texts, so I ain't never respond. So then he texted me again. So then I guess he ended up FaceTiming me or whatever, because he was saying something like I was on the phone, and I think he fell asleep. Yeah, he fell asleep on the phone, some shit like that. So I don't know, he basically was saying like he was so tired because he keep like not sleeping for all these days. He was like how he gotta stop doing that shit because it's not healthy, all this other shit, whatever. I'm gonna post a screenshot. So he was telling me how he was on the phone with one of his friends he fucking introduced me to. They had just got out of jail. He's basically telling me how he was just on the phone crying because they was reminiscing about one of his old friends and stuff like that. He texted me telling me he loved me. And shit like that. I don't know. Then he texted me late at night saying he needed me because he felt like he had to go to the ER and all this other cool shit. I don't fucking know. So now we just telling each other we love each other, blah, blah, blah. So now this is around my son's birthday or whatever. So for my son's birthday last year, we wasn't in town. We had went to Disney World, but we was going for probably, I'ma say, I feel like we was going for a minute. I feel like we was going over a week or whatever. So we was on the phone a lot. Like he kept calling me and shit. Like the whole time I was on vacation, he kept calling me. But this one particular day, he had went like all day without texting me. So he basically, before that he wrote me on Instagram and was like saying happy birthday and stuff like that. He was like commenting on my son's picture and shit like that. And he was like, I love y'all. Oh yeah, because at this point he know my son now. So at this point he know my son now. So then he like, I love y'all. I'm like, we love you too, whatever. He commented on my son picture and shit. So I ended up blanking on him because I think it was the next day I was texting him, he wasn't texting back. So then I had texted him the next day, and I said, really stop playing with me. So then I texted him again. I said, if you know, I'm gonna play the voice messages for y'all, but basically the first message I sent them, I said, if you know you didn't talk to me all day yesterday, why wouldn't you call or text me? Then you're not answering the phone or my messages, but on Instagram posting shit dick eating. You wasn't asleep all day, so I'm not trying to hear that shit, yo. So
that is really a fucking pet peeve, because I really could need you, and you really always act like you don't see my calls, my messages, or nothing. Like, what the fuck type time is you in? Certain shit I should not hit to say to you, bro.
Like, real shit. I'm not used to that. I could really need you and you don't be fucking answering the phone. I could really need you and you just don't be answering the phone. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So I'm just sending him voice messages.
And don't say you didn't see my messages, you didn't see my calls. You still know that you didn't talk to me all day yesterday. So why the fuck wouldn't they make you check your phone or text me or call me? Not one time.
Like, what the fuck? But you talking about I'm your girl and all this other cool shit. You talking about you want to be in a relationship. Like, I don't got time for that shit.
And I'm saying because it's not just yesterday. It's not just the day before. You always do that shit. Like, I don't know where that came from, but you really, like, I don't know. You be on some weird shit. Really acting like you don't see, like you don't text me, you don't call me or nothing. That's weird as shit. And if you do, it's always one time. Then that be it. Then I don't hear from you till the next day. That's weird as shit. And don't try to say you sick and sleep and all that shit. Yeah, I know you sick and I know you sleep, but you got enough energy to be on Instagram, post to people, post the shit, saying this and saying whatever the fuck you was saying on your story. Like, stop playing with me, for real.
So I'm gonna screenshot that, but then I said, bottom line is just certain shit I really shouldn't have to say to you or tell you, bro. I said, you did this shit way too many times, which is facts. Why the fuck? So after that, he ended up calling me. After that, so then he want to sit on the phone all day because I said something to him, because nigga, I'm not about to, one thing about it, I'm not about to coach you or teach you how to treat me. Like, I'm not into that with no nigga, but later on, I ended up realizing that he wasn't this way with just me. Like, this is just him as a person, period, to anybody. So, it's like, I just didn't know that, but he just was a mess, like, a fucking mess. But long story short, we was talking and shit, we was talking. So then he wanna text me, oh, good morning, baby, I love you, I miss you real bad, I miss your voice, blah blah blah. We just was talking the whole time. Then he wanna be back to texting me all day because he got me fucked up. So he like, I wish I was with you. And I said, me too, I keep saying I miss my man, LOL. He said, I really was with you every day. I said, it still wasn't enough. I told you I'm clingy. He said, now you just want me to be broke, huh? Because he basically saying like, he can't sit with me all day because he can't sit with me, but he was doing it. But I guess once he, you know, now he got me where he want me now, and he wants some, oh, I can't sit with you all day, or I'm gonna be broke, I gotta make money, like, whole time wasn't making shit, bum ass. But so he like, now you just want me to be broke, huh? So he like, you moving out Houston with me. Now remember, I kept saying that in the last story time that Houston, that's all he just kept talking about was Houston. So I was like, yeah, I told you, if you're really serious, like, I really will move with you. I'm like, I always wanted to move to Houston and try. This is before I knew he was a liar, yo. But I always wanted to move to Houston, blah blah blah. So I'm just telling him that. So he like, I'm so serious, I'm leaving in a month or two. So I'm like, I'm ready when you are. So he like, oh, then he was just saying something, because I basically was saying something about how I require too much attention that he don't be giving me. And he said, I do give you attention. The only time I don't text you is when I'm asleep. You know my schedule fucked up. You weird. I said, why you always calling me weird for saying how I feel? He said, I text you and talk to you all the time. When I don't, I be dead asleep. I said, yeah, that's the problem. I just want you to get a sleeping schedule like a normal person. He said, because you act like you don't know my sleep schedule. I be up for 2 days straight, then boom, I'm dead. So don't say I don't give you my attention. When I do, I damn near spend days with you damn near every day. Your schedule not normal. I said, LOL, it was normal till I started fucking with you, literally. Because remember, I told you, I had a normal sleeping schedule till I started fucking with him. Because he'll want to be on the phone at 4, 5, 6 in the morning. So when he said I be with you damn near every day, I said damn near, it need to be every day, period. He was like, we just was talking. And here goes yet another lie. He said, I basically was telling him, I'm like, yeah, I want you to move. We basically was talking about, like, we was just talking about stuff, and he was like saying how he ready to get out of Philly ASAP. I said, yeah, I want you out of Philly. He said, I'm out regardless. He said, I live outside of Philly, but I'm near every day. I need to be super far. He lives outside of Philly. That's what he's telling me. He lives outside of Philly. Yo, please hold on to that. He lives outside of Philly. So I said, we basically was talking and shit. Oh yeah, and going back to, remember when I told y'all that he had to go get the dog from this location, from his friend house and all this other shit. We ended up going there again sometime after that. He was like, yeah, the same place from, I don't know if it probably was the next day. He liked the same place. We probably went there like 2, 3 times. He had me parking at the bottom of this block telling me it was his friend house and shit like that. 10 minutes away from where I stay at, keep in mind. Back to this, we were just talking and shit, talking. We was talking about my son. He telling me he missed me. We was just talking about stuff. I'm not gonna post that. I'm not gonna post that. But it's so funny because when he used to send me pictures and stuff, it used to be like all this money in the background. I ended up finding out none of that money was ever his. Like, it was just crazy. So I don't know, but long story short, I was going on vacation for probably like 8 days. I don't even remember. It was a while though. Like, we was going for my son's birthday or whatever. And we was on the phone. Like, after I had said what I said to him that first time, we was on the phone like a lot. Like, he was making sure he was calling me. We was talking most of the, like every day, like during most of the time of the days, like so if it's one day, he's calling me at least 3, 4 times of them days. We texting and all that, like he got his shit together. So we texting each other. I'm just putting in screenshots. Good morning, I miss you. He like, I miss you and I love you. He basically saying like, you don't love me. I'm like, you really don't think I love you? He was like, not like I love you. Da, 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 da. Like we just was on some whatever. So we just was talking. Y'all gonna see the screenshots. Y'all can pause and read. All we doing is fucking telling each other we love each other constantly. He always sending me videos of his dogs and stuff. It's really not nothing. So then he started getting mad because I kept saying I was coming back, and I was coming back. Like I was coming back. And once again, I'm still editing part 2, y'all. So part 2C coming up next. Whatever you want.